365, your daily dose of music content. I'm your host, FIFA 24/7, here with Kenneth B. Inge. And today we are talking Jon Connor 3. Ken, you already know what it is, how we get started with these joints, man. We start with the report card. So with the features, there's quite a few features on here. I'm not going to name them all since there's so many. But how did you feel about the features on this project?
Overall, I like the features. I thought, it was a lot of singers, which added to it, which, made sense. It had this gospel type theme going for it. So I like the features. I'm going to go B.
Okay. I'm at a B. I could go B plus. Like one of the names that I was so surprised was like Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Like Keke Palmer? Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard too.
Yeah. What about the production on this one, Cam?
I like the production. I thought the production was balanced. I thought it fit. There were a couple of tracks that sounded older, but yeah, a couple of songs that was like, all right, that sounds like a trend from the early 2000s or something. But overall, I thought the production was very, very solid. So I'll go with B.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm at a B. It's very solid. What about the rapping and singing on here?
Hey, we know Jon Connor can rap.
Yeah, you're lyricist.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna give him a B plus on the rapping, and B on the singing.
Okay, so all right,
or just B plus overall.
B plus overall. Yeah, I'm with you. On both, if we were to split it, the singing was a B. Nobody really like blew me away, but they added the layers that they needed to for the songs. And like you said, Jon Connor, like very underrated lyricist, very underrated. Overall, I give this a B.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, definitely a B for me.
You know, Ken, diving into this project, the thing that I like the most, I always talk about it, right? Like peeling back layers. And sometimes it doesn't have to be personal demons or trauma that you're going through. It could just be revealing the layers of on the surface what you're going through, right? Like, so obviously Jon Connor was talking about his deal with Shady Aftermath. He was talking about the music industry. He was talking about a lot of the business aspects of the music that we don't typically see. You know what I'm saying? And for us that we cover hip hop in the way that we do, and remember, we cover one of Jon Connor's first projects. We were like, oh, this nigga about to blow. Oh, he signed a Shady Aftermath. And then it was just like radio silence.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? Like, it just made no sense, right? And then this is also why we talk about, if you're up and coming artist, Shady Aftermath might not be the place to sign because, shout out to my nigga Grip, another super dope artist. I know he's still dropping work, but what transpires when you sign to Eminem?
Yeah, I don't know. This was a rather lengthy project.
It was though. It was.
Which,
he had a lot to say.
Was bothersome for me, but I will say after I got over there, it made it difficult to review because it's a lot to consume.
It is.
It's a lot to process. I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. You look at the cover, it kind of has a movie type poster to it. So I'm like, okay, is he trying to tell this narrative? Is this supposed to come across as a movie? So it was a lot for me to try to dissect. But overall, I think what I gathered is that he definitely is trying to uplift the people.
Oh, 100%.
And I definitely appreciate that, and it's very noticeable. I mean, it's noticeable throughout.
Yeah.
But that interview that he had, the interview skit, it just
was hilarious.
Yeah, it just kind of leaked out. To you, it was like it was the message part of the album.
Yeah, it's the microcosm of the entirety, right? Like of the project, of his career, of just everything that encompasses Jon Connor.
Yeah.
Can I like? You said this is to uplift the people, and I definitely agree. And it's kind of like this project is kind of like serving the message to up and coming rappers. Like, these are the things that I went through. Be smarter than me, so that way you don't have to go through them. You know what I'm saying? At least not in the same way that he did. But I agree with everything you said. Now, biggest question: is it recommendable?
I would. If somebody is looking for something positive, very the content is there, the messaging is there, you know, is positive, you know, and the rapping is solid, the production is solid, the blending of the singing is solid. It would come with a warning that it's extremely long.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're on a road trip, definitely put this on and listen 100. To it and really tune into what he's saying. Because I think there's some important things that he's saying here. And, you know, he definitely works on connecting them with the gospel according to songs as well.
Yeah, like Paper Soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like that one is one of those, it's a bouncy joint. You could get lost in the flow. But if you, like you said, if you listen to the content, like he's really spitting a lot of stuff. Now, recommending it, Ken, if I know a nigga like ratchet shit, I'm not gonna recommend it to him. But if it's a balanced hip hop listener, 100% recommend it. And I will give him the caveat, hey, look, motherfucker, this shit damn near, it's an hour 20, bro. This is the length of a movie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why, you know, I had to adjust my mindset when I looked at the length in the poster. But, you know, I think when you get to Harvey Two-Face, like, oh my God, bro, come on, Jon Connor, it's just stop it. Like it's just, don't forget this is what I do type of song. And then I just love how it ended with Celebrate. Nicole Johnson was amazing. I think that was very positive, uplifting, two-step-ish type of song. And, you know, you kind of walk away and feeling good, you know. And I could probably play that. Like if I'm having a gathering. You can have that on because it has a nice little feel to it. And then, of course, Last Laugh as the closer, you know, is good as well. But the two that I was talking about was Double Standard. Now, Kiki was cool. But that song sounded like something from, like, decades ago. Probably the 90s, bro. Yeah, damn near the 90s. The beat more or less, but you know the content's fine. Kiki, it was just the beat. I'm like, oh my God, what year?
Very simple, from, It almost. I don't want to say the Diplomats, but it's that era. It's like super early 2000s, super early. Yeah, no, I don't disagree.
And kind of like I'm Sorry You Deserve It, kind of the radio joint. But you know, it's a good one. I think he did a good job. But those are the ones that kind of took me a little bit back, you know, and I think there's probably besides Double Standard for I'm Sorry You Deserve, there's a template that sort of exists for those type of songs. But overall, I thought this was a really, really fantastic album by him. And it's good to see him, you know, doing stuff like this. And, you know, I encourage everybody should definitely go listen to it.
No, 100%. I think the other big question, Ken, that we always ask, does it have replay value? For me, in its entirety, probably not. You know, it is daunting. Even though I like it, I can't. This is not an album that I would enjoy playing like beginning to end. Just recently, and I know by the time this comes out, the other review would have already been out. But like we reviewed Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying? And that album is almost as long as this. It's about 15 minutes or so shorter. But that don't feel like as long as it is. This feels every bit of an hour 18.
Feels like it's definitely a journey.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I was like that when I started out. I was like, oh my God, we got to review this. I gotta listen because there's a lot here. It felt like there was a lot here that I need to unpack. And the first couple of lists, I was like, okay, it's fine. You know, but then the more I listened to it, I was like, okay, no, I really like what he's doing here and what he's saying and the message that he put out. I thought it was really, really good. But, you know, I think for me to put something on, you know, like this, it would probably be if I'm around the house, you know, doing something and I just kind of need something on. I'll put it on, not in a disrespectful way, but.
Yeah, no, 100%. And like you said, I think the most appropriate place that I would probably replay this is on a road trip. You know what I'm saying? Family in the car. You know, this is very safe. This is a safe hip hop album. That's why I could play it. But for me to be in the mood to say, oh yeah, I gotta listen to the Jon Connor 3, nah.
Oh, if I'm doing stuff around here, around the studio, I could put this on. because because I think there's a lot of other stuff that I may have not picked out, so I can play it around here while I'm working around and doing stuff, maybe working on cables and stuff like that, and I can hear great rapping with great messaging and stuff like that, and then to help kind of pass the time.
Yes,
so
100%.
Yeah.
This is a pass the time type of project. 100%. I agree there. Well, you already know what it is. We recommend it. Replay value is somewhat there. Y'all check it out, man. Another day, another review. We'll be back tomorrow. We out. Peace.
Peace.